Alright, today's lesson is about balanced and unbalanced forces. Balanced forces have two forces that are working opposite each other, and they just create a stable position. Things don't really move. Here the table pushes upward, gravity pushes downward, the book doesn't move on that beautiful blue table and book that I drew. Here we have this guy George I drew. Gravity is pushing him downward towards the floor is pushing upwards on him. He doesn't really slip, it's all good. It's a balanced force. Here, poor George is standing there. Balanced force, right there. Nice, gravity down, ground up. Along comes a red car speeding along. Knocks him over. The force of the car's movement was stronger than the force of gravity holding him in place. That was an unbalanced force. Not very scientific, but anytime you can have a red car, it's a good thing. So, here we have a Newton's cradle that's a little bit more sciencey looking. The strings are holding the spheres up. Gravity is holding the spheres down. If I pull one back, what do you predict will happen? Maybe let's check it out. One bounces off the other end. You have a force coming up and you have this coming back and forth. That's one of Newton's laws. You might want to try to figure out which one of Newton's laws this is representing. If I pull back two of them, two go. Alright, that's kind of cool. Let's stop it again. And when I pull back three of them, what do you predict will happen? Well, there's not three to move on the other side. Let's watch really closely. Oh, I messed it up. Try it one more time. Look, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's kind of cool. So you've got an outside force of the sphere hitting the others to see what will happen. Here I have some ring magnets on a pencil. When I put the opposite poles together, you see what happens? There's a force pushing up. And another force. And another force. That's my phone ringing, but we're going to ignore it. And the forces are actually opposite each other, so they are creating a balanced force. But if I flip this over so opposites attract, watch the blue one come up. Flip it over. The purple one comes up. Those are unbalanced forces there. Okay, that's kind of nifty. Now I have two little things I want you to be writing. Now all of this stuff you should have written in your notebook. I probably should have said that ahead of time, but it says right underneath this exactly what you should do. So check that out. You may have to rewind and do it again. But I want you to write in your notebook how do magnets affect balanced and unbalanced forces. I gave you a demonstration, but think of something else where magnets might have an impact on something and write that in a nice paragraph form or a few sentences to do that in your notebook. And then finally, one other thing to write. This is a little creative thing. Create a scenario where increased or decreased friction affects I think I said fiction. It should be friction. Let me try it again. Create a scenario where increased or decreased friction affects balanced forces. Complete sentences are great, grammar and punctuation, all that stuff you know. But listen, think about it. If there's extreme friction, what could happen to somebody? If there's no friction at all, what happens when somebody's walking or driving along? Think about it. Be creative and see if you can make me laugh tomorrow. Have fun with this. I'll see you in the morning.